McDaniels. Reed is out there with Randall, and it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard position. And for the Warriors, we've got Stephen Curry. Jimmy Butler is out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Post in at the center position. And Edwards slams it in.
And you cannot deny Edwards' pure speed, running the floor like a man on a mission.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Fast break, here we go. Here's Payton. Back to Curry. Green left side. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Reed with a screen for Edwards. From downtown, Edwards with another miss. Edwards gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. There's the pick. Pass to Post. Butler deciding where to go with it. A three-pointer off the mark. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And here's Reed. Here is Edwards. Puts up a deep 3. Edwards with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's Curry with the drive. Butler kicks to Curry. Sinks the triple.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
There's the 3. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Pass to Post. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Curry against Edwards. Pass to Post. Fires the 3. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Back to Alexander Walker. The 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Curry. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Like to see it when Steph has the confidence to try the floater just over the top of the defense and that soft touch, and it goes.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr, and we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So they'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Edwards, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Here's Post. He has 5. Shot clock at 5. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 7.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Over to the left wing. Here's Reed. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. Payton passes to Curry. Now here's Green. Pass to Butler. Takes the three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. McDaniels with the ball. He has yet to score. Tipped away. It's stolen by Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
It's a tie game in the Bay Area. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply own the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Reed. And it's Alexander Walker into the point. Here's Curry. Right side, Butler. Green with a screen on McDaniel. Butler finds Green. McDaniels against Butler. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Outside for Randle. Here's Reed. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Curry's shot is off.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Reed. Drills the three-pointer. Reed's got the lead up to 5 now for Minnesota.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Green with a screen for Curry. Pass to Green. The tray. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
How about that answer from Draymond Green? You don't think the competitor in him wants to step up and answer the call? He did it there.
Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Curry. Count it. Alexander Walker's got 13 points.
Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
There's the pick. Outside Curry. Pass to post. Golden State moving the ball around. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Curry.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Here's Edwards. Inside, Edwards finishes strong. The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the off-season in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court.
Here's Alexander Walker. His three-pointers off the mark. Golden State's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander Walker. That is his first foul of the game. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Curry outside. Can't get it to go. His 5th miss and 10 shots from the floor. Curry against DiVincenzo. There's the 3. Traps in the tray. DiVincenzo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, you want to chase him off the three-point line. DiVincenzo able to settle in that time.
Pass to post. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists in the game. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. It's taken away by Payton. Now Green, covered by Miller. Payton passes to Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And it's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kuminga out there with Moses Moody. Then it's Hield. Then it's Kevon Looney. And it's Podziemski in at the point guard.
Man, Looney is so long, gets up there and flushes it.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Clock at 6. Kuminga, screen on DiVincenzo. Shot by Podziemski, no good. Minnesota's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13.
DiVincenzo being a connector out there now.
The Warriors trail. From downtown, Podziemski's shot is good. Podziemski's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Miller surveying the floor. There's the screen. Pass to Shannon from past the arc. It's good from long range. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Looney finds Podziemski. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And Miller throws it down hard.
And DiVincenzo does a good job of using that quickness to pry that one away.
Another 3 for Golden State.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. He's defended by Podziemski. Gobert with a screen for DiVincenzo. Gobert down low. Defended by Looney. They get it back, and Gobert kicks to Miller. Clark outside. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Great communication on the alley-oop. Looney's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Miller, and Miller throws it down hard.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Podziemski, defended by DiVincenzo. Field can't hit. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
This is his first free throw of the game. All right, Brent, quick. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan Kuminga.
Physicality, Kevin. I mean, this guy is so dominant athletically that Jonathan Kuminga is a presence out on the floor. If he continues to put himself in the situations where he can put his body on guys and play fearlessly, his game is going to continue to grow.
Here's Podziemski. Pass to Moody for 3, and Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota making some changes. Minnesota's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Shoots it up, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Got there early, and his anticipation of that play was rewarded by that call.
It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but you know they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
Here's Curry. The inside game of Stephen Curry.
Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
Conley against Curry. Conley, the pass to McDaniels. Conley with the screen on Butler. Here's McDaniels. Count that bucket. McDaniels got his first basket.
And every time you think one team's got something going, the other seems to respond.
Now Curry. He's got 17. Hield, the pass to Curry. Hield sets the pick for Curry. It'll count. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Reed is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 1 spot. Reed with a screen on Payton. McDaniels with the ball. Butler covering. And Reed throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Connects from three-point range.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around you.
Curry outside. Rebound, Minnesota. Reeves got his 6th rebound on the night. It's stolen by Curry. Reed with the rebound. Reeves got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Edwards. Kept alive, Minnesota. Reed kicks to McDaniels. Pass to Alexander Walker. 6 to shoot. Another shot. Yep, right through the net. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 6 now for the Timberwolves. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. Here's Post. Lets it go from deep. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
McDaniels against Butler. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Fires away from way outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Post has got his 4th rebound in this one. Butler. Off on the layup.
And if they've been saving a sure thing play, now is the time for it.
Here's Alexander Walker. And the 3 off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside Butler to tie it up. No good that time.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
And with that shot, the Minnesota Leafs cut down to just 3 in the basket from Draymond Green.
All those weapons, and Draymond Green ends up being the guy hurting you. What a huge shot.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Warriors have gone 3 of 7 from the 4 in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. It's stolen by Randall. Fast break, Minnesota driving it. What a jam!
Wow, man's loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Such a gutsy player. Edwards wants to be the guy taking big shots.
Payton kicks to Green. Green with a screen for Butler. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Timberwolves leading by 5. Reed with a screen on Butler. Kept alive. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Pass to Post. Curry dishes to Butler. They set the pick. Back to Curry. Now here's Butler. McDaniels defending. From deep. And the Warriors miss again.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. Knocks down the 3 ball. And now it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And here are the Timberwolves. They've led by as much as 10. Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A narrow. Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, call me a drink, I'm gonna
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final. It's the NBA Live on... Sport. On this two and the starting group for the Spurs. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Castle is out there with Fox, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5. And for the Warriors, the post pair for him, it's Green and Looney. Curry is out there with Payton, and it's Butler in at the 3 spot. And both teams look to move the ball around, stand to create more offense.
Well, that's usually the best way to attack, especially against good defenses. Ball movement moves the defense, and when you've got the defense on the move, that's when you can break them down and get high percentage shots. It takes patience. It takes unselfishness.
It seems to be the most efficient way, doesn't it?
It does, especially against really good defenses.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Curry against Fox. Fox with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Here's Wembanyama for 3. And it's Curry with the rebound. Wembanyama has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Curry passes to Looney. Green against Barnes. Green with a screen for Butler. Pass to Curry. 5 on the clock. Back to Butler. This one for 3. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And knew he had a look before he had the ball. Great anticipation by Butler.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when he's running off screen, but especially blatant on drives to the rim. In the flick of a switch, going from defense to offense.
And the speed of that transition score. From defense to offense, able to take advantage before they can get set.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Curry dishes to Green. Butler from outside. Rebound San Antonio. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I did get a chance to speak with Steve Kerr a little bit. Now, I asked him the approach they're going to take with De'Aaron Fox, and Coach said that Fox's speed is the big challenge. He said, we're dealing with maybe the fastest player in the league, so we've got to be high energy at the defensive end. They know they have their work cut out for them. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. Now here's Payton. Back to Green. Looney passes to Curry. Pass to Looney. Back to Curry. Jacks up a 3. Trains the three-pointer. Curry's got 5 minutes.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Outside for Wembanyama. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Fox with the steal. Here's Wembanyama. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
It's his first trip to the line.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. First of all, there are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along. and then come with the skills that he has on a court, the length, his mobility, how fluid he is, it's unprecedented. Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
The kick out to Barnes. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
And how about the vision from Castle, spotting that opening and making the pass on time.
Curry deciding where to go with it. They grab their own miss. Outside Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Back to Barnes. Puts the move on. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Back to Butler. Payton kicks it to Looney. Lets it go with the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Spurs trail by 4. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Fox gets it to go.
And that's where De'Aaron Fox thrives. He wants to get inside and finish at the rim.
Here's Curry with the 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 5th rebound in this one. Vassell outside. Back to Wembanyama. Vassell finds Wembanyama. And the Spurs scoring again.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
It's a tie game. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they want.
On the floor for San Antonio. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. And it's Chris Paul. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in its center.
So shrewd and elusive on the drive. Once Paul sees an opening in the defense, this guy goes into attack mode.
Here's Butler. And there's Butler with the flush.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. See some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar. Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Paul pass to Champagny and stolen by Butler. And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop. Blows the dunk. San Antonio trailing here. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Stephen Curry.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, can you believe that?
And that one's good, Champagny.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
The Warriors shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Vassell. And so it's Paul bringing it up for San Antonio. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. And the Warriors with possession here, following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Here's Curry. Curry, top finish inside.
Stronger than he looks. Curry able to take the hit there and finish.
And with the screen, here's Champagnie. It's rebounded by Payton.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense on it.
And continuing to add to his offense over time. Butler excels at breaking down the defense.
San Antonio with the ball after Jimmy Butler made that last three-pointer. Paul looking around. Pocket 6. Here's Champagnie. No good on the three. The Warriors lead it. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
And here's Barnes for 3. The 3 ball. The shot by Champagnie, no good. Golden State's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Golden State. Moses Moody, he's checked in for Butler. Buddy Hield comes in for Gary Payton. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Stephen Curry. San Antonio also making some changes. Johnson comes in for Barnes. And it's Fox in for Paul. He's off on the first. And some changes here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Jimmy Butler comes in for Moses Moody. And it's Payton in for Hield. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for the Spurs. Spurs trail by 3. Out to the wing. Here's Champagnie. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Champagnie's got 12 in the game.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Now here's Green. No scoring in this one. Payton kicks to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Podziemski. Puts one up from 19. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds in the game. Fox finds Johnson. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Payton. Butler on the move. Good. 14 points for him.
Yeah, and Butler is a menace to the defense partner. I don't think that was a Petty or a Manny. That was a facial.
Releases. The wing jumper off target. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. The Warriors on top. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Brandon Podziemski. Moody is out there with Green. Then there's Buddy Hield. And it's Post in at the center position. From deep, Green. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The Warriors making a switch here. Looney's checked in.
Your Warriors, number 5.
San Antonio's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
His size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
Wembanyama passes to Johnson. Wembanyama sets a screen for Johnson for the lead. And there's Wembanyama on the assist by Johnson.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Sinks the three-pointer. Looney's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. I personally love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
Outside for Wembanyama. Over Green. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
That three off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Fox from outside. That one goes. Counted. And the Spurs lead by 2.
And that solid foundation of Keldon Johnson going to work as he fought for position there.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same for years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. But Jemski's shot is good. Here's Fox. He's got 6 beyond the arc. Wembanyama, no good. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Outside, Green. Here's Looney. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Lets the 3 fly. Wembanyama, what a high release on the 3.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall.
Podziemski finds Looney. Back to Podziemski. Pass to Looney. 3-pointer. Rebounded by the Spurs. And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Branham, the pass to Paul. Driving in. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And stolen by Vassell. And a fast break now for the Spurs. It's deflected and taken away by Johnson. One-on-one here. Paul passes to Mamu Kelishvili. San Antonio again missing. It's stolen by Johnson. Out to the right wing. Pass to Paul. Now Johnson fires from deep. And Moody pulls it down. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Back to Looney. Green with a screen on Vassell. Podziemski's shot is good. Here's Branham, covered by Heel. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Hits it from three-point range. Mamu Kelishvili has got 5. Here's Podziemski. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with their lead. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor for San Antonio, starting the fourth quarter. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. And it's Chris Paul. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Champagnie. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Warriors trail by 3. No one near Payton as he lets it go. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one. Paul passes to Champagnie. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. And the Spurs lead by 3. Curry in the lane. Outside, Kuminga. Misses the 3. And Barnes has got the ball here for San Antonio. Champagnie, no good on the triple.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Stephen Curry, what a shooter.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Here's Champagnie. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Champagnie's got 6 here in this quarter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pass to Post. The kick outside to Butler.
Blocking foul called on Julian Champagnie.
Looney's checked in for the Warriors.
Second team.
Green comes in for Kuminga.
Substitution for your Warriors.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. The kick outside to Butler. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Butler's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Barnes passes to Champagnie. Shot clock at 6. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. On the wing, Green. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And great offensive instincts from Green. Goes into the shot the moment he catches the ball.
Fox finds Wembanyama. Offline with his 3. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Curry passes to Looney. And a miss there on the triple. The Spurs have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And the basket by Castle.
Even in his rookie season, it's easy to see Castle's leadership.
Curry passes to Butler. Butler making it happen inside.
And Butler, no stranger to these pressure situations. A big-time gamer who knows how to take over on key possession.
And there's the foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Warriors on D. It's a 1-point game. Fox passes to Champagnie. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Inside, they kick it out to Green from the arc. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 11 rebounds in the game. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
sometimes Fox just can't be contained. I mean, he plays with so much heart and passion and terrific at scoring even when he gets bodied up.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass, a monster night for him. Well, I can guarantee his coach isn't happy with his production this quarter. He's hurting their offense right now with all the shots he's missing.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Champagny. Wembanyama passes to Champagny. It's good from beyond the arc.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Here's Curry. And foul on the shot. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
At the line for 2, Stephen Curry. Per NBA rules, the play is under video review. 2 minutes allowed to review the
The
play.
action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It's in! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Fearless. Curry takes on the challenge and gets that big basket to fall.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Curry kicks to Butler. Count it!
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heat. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got one shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
On paper. Clark, this is a mismatch, but the game is played on the floor.
I see where you're going with that, BA, but I look at the talent disparity between these teams. It's wide and deep. It's a chasm. I see no opportunity for any kind of surprise here.
Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Harrison Barnes. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie at the 3. Outside, Alexander Walker. Off target from three-point range. And here's the fast break. Castle for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside. The open shot by Edwards. Drops one in from the wing.
With the way he can rise, Edwards able to get that shot off anytime.
Fox surveying the D. Here's Champagnie. The basket's good off the assist from Fox.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA, and that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. Talking with him about De'Aaron Fox, I asked Coach what he wanted his guys to do against him, and Coach said to not give him room to run. De'Aaron is dangerous when he's attacking lanes and leaking out in transition, so we need to limit those opportunities. So it sounds like they're aiming to slow the pace down. We'll see if it works for them.
And Allie, thank you for that. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Here's Champagnie. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling. Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Offensive rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Launches it. Edwards pulls it in. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Ooh, got that one up quick.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make 3. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Pass to Champagnie. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Picked by Gobert. Inside. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
What a move by Gobert. Closing that open space in the pick and roll.
There's a screen. Fox with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. Champagnie shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 7. Now Edwards gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him. Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Champagnie. He's got 11. The 3 from Barnes. Gets the 3 to fall.
Decision-making of Barnes is really solid. Knows he has the green light to fire as soon as he catches the pass, and that's what he does.
Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Alexander Walker. The rebound by the Spurs. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Randall, good.
Down low, Randall can throw those 250 LBs around and create havoc. Tough for the defense to slow him down.
Now here's Fox. No points so far. Here's the teardrop. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Randall, pass to Edwards. Outside, Alexander Walker. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in the game. Champagnie, that's good. Champagnie's got 14 points for the game.
Really sweet passing from Fox. He's a reliable floor general. Has great vision on the court.
Sends it home from three-point land.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Champagnie's shot is off. Outside Edwards. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
And so the San Antonio Spurs leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. 3 points. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Well, how about the transition game, too? I mean, that's been another key for them, moving the ball quickly up the floor. Let's see if they can keep that up.
And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Pass to Castle. Knocked away. Alexander Walker with it. Fox picks him up, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Castle, and the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Timberwolves trail by 8. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Victor Wembanyama is looking to make the Spurs a contender. He said, "My hunger is bigger than ever to win and compete. I can get so much better, and this is what I'm trying to do every game, every week, and every month. There's no need to be frustrated. I keep my long-term goals in mind."
Passion and patience. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. DiVincenzo on the wing. Fires the 3. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And DiVincenzo able to stretch the floor, spread the defense out, especially with how accurate he is from deep.
Fox, the pass to Sohan. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. And it's Fox missing. Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Outside Reed. Takes the 3. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Sohan outside. Pass to Vassell. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And that'll be Minnesota's ball as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves able to keep the possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Champagnie, he's checked in for San Antonio. Ball comes in for De'Aaron Fox. Wembanyama, pass to Champagnie. The shot. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make and 9 tries so far. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
And the Spurs making a change here. Abukelashvili's checked in. Minnesota again missing. San Antonio leading by 6. Oh, it's stolen away. It's 2-on-1. A Slam dunk by Reed.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Miller, a screen on Paul. For three, DiVincenzo knocks it down from distance. DiVincenzo's got 6.
Well, you know, that last three got DiVincenzo fired up now. He had to respond. He goes to the arc to shoot back with one of his own tricks.
Champagne's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 4. To the inside, Miller, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
The execution has been better lately, but do they have enough energy to pull it off?
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Timberwolves foul. Miller. First personal foul. First team foul.
.103 left in the second quarter. Vassell outside. 5 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Shoots it from the high post. Champagne's shot is off.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
For 3, DiVincenzo. Rebounded by Champagne.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And you know, Paul is a dime dropper, a dynamite playmaker who continues to wow us with his passing ability.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Miller outside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Spurs.
Substitution on court.
There's 18 seconds left in the first half. Outside Paul. Pass to Champagny. And stolen by Edwards. Fast break, Minnesota. Get up, Anthony Edwards.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Spurs out in front. They're up by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. San Antonio leading. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting the second half with. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Paul and Castle comprise the backcourt. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the center position. Paul passes to Barnes. Here's Castle, 6 to shoot. Pass to Mamukelashvili. No good on the triple. And out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. San Antonio's got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Here's Castle, covered by Alexander Walker. Shot is good by Mamukelashvili.
A solid distributor. Good to see the rookie Castle finds his open teammates like this.
McDaniels from long range. Drills it from deep. McDaniels got 6 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Barnes passes to Mamukelashvili. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Timberwolves trail.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks.
Willing passes, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Here's Edwards. Here he goes. And Edwards slams it in.
On the front foot, attacking the defense. This is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Now here's Paul. Vassell passes to Paul. Here's Mamukelashvili. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
Pass to Gobert. Rudy, a monster inside.
With his size, Gobert can make this look really easy. It's almost unfair.
San Antonio leading by 3. Here's Paul. Here's Vassell. And a miss there on the triple. Now here's McDaniels. For the tie. He buries it from 3. McDaniels got 6 here in the quarter.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Right side Reed for the lead. Kept alive. Kicks it out to Clark. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Fox. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Pass to Champagnie. This one for 3. No good that time. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. And there's the lob. A slam dunk by Reed.
A beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Barnes passes to Champagnie. Over Clark. It's intercepted. Poke loose. These are his first free throws of the game. And he drops the first.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
Victor Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. Castle comes in for Champagnie. DiVincenzo against Fox. Outside Reed for the lead. Rebound San Antonio. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Boom! Fox with a triple.
I like it. Setting up Fox that time, getting him something in rhythm.
Here is DiVincenzo. 6 points for him. Outside Reed. The 3. Sinks it from distance. Reed's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Substitution on the court.
Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter. Fox. Good work defensively by Randall. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. San Antonio on top. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Johnson against McDaniels. Randle a screen on Johnson. McDaniels from long range. Randle, the pass to Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. Oh! Gobert hammers it home.
Gobert knows his strengths on offense and plays to him well.
Wembanyama finds Barnes. Back to Wembanyama. Fox, the pass to Johnson. 4-3. That's good from Fox on the assist by Johnson. And the Spurs lead by 6.
Got to respect the jumper of Fox now. His form is solid, and he's a lefty, which always makes a guy dangerous.
For San Antonio, Champagnie comes in for Johnson, and Castle subbed in for Branham. Outside Edwards, pass to Gobert. The 3-ball hits the trifecta.
Wow, Gobert must have really been feeling it to take such a quick shot.
Fox against McDaniels. Here's Champagnie. Good work there as it goes. Champagnie's got 23 points.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Edwards looking for an opening. The 3-pointer off the mark.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Outside Wembanyama. Here's Champagnie, covered by Alexander Walker. Pass to Champagnie. Edwards pulls it in.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
Back to Alexander Walker. Here's Randle. It's McDaniels on the wing. Randle on the screen. McDaniels can't hit.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Champagnie's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 5. Edwards with it. Fox picks him up. Outside, Alexander Walker. Over Castle. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Champagnie's shot is off.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Randle against Barnes. Outside Edwards. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Here's Fox. Minnesota with a rebound. Edwards got his 4th rebound in this one. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Back to Daniels. Pass to Edwards. To take the lead. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
The defender takes away his space and any chance of him making that shot. Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Randle, pass to Edwards. Here's the 3. Money from deep.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
To the right side, pass to Castle. Now here's Wembanyama, defended by Gobert.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Now here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Fox. 11 seconds left in the fourth. Out to the right wing. Here's Alexander Walker. Can't get the three to fall. So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And that's good.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back. Like you still let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Yes,
Then it's Butler. And it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Nas Reed out there with Randall. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point. Fires top of the key. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
Edwards fires from way outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And Hall of Famer David Aldridge spoke with Chris Finch. David?
He talked about the respect he has for Jimmy Butler and everything that Jimmy Buckets brings to the table. He told me Butler's special. He impacts the game with the ball, without the ball, and with his defense. But he said as much of a challenge as Butler presents, we're ready. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Here's Reed. Drops in the tray.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Post misses the shot. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And here's Edwards from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have
fun. Reed finds Randall. Randall is screen on Payton. For the 3. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. From outside the arc, and it's Payton. That time on the assist by Curry.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Alexander Walker, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Alexander Walker's got 5 now.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Alexander Walker passes to Randall. Just 5 to shoot. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Curry kicks to Payton. Pass to Butler. 3-pointer. A rebound by the Timberwolves. There's 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. And here's Edwards from the arc. And it's Curry with the rebound. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State, trailing by 2. Three-pointer, Peyton. Reed with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. For 3, Edwards. It's good from long range.
Well, pick and roll action. Anthony Edwards is thinking score first. Good decision right there.
Curry fires from way outside. And the Warriors miss again.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
McDaniels passes to Alexander Walker. McDaniels, a screen on Peyton. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. A finish, and Peyton throws it down hard.
This is what separates Green from most bigs, a point forward who excels at passing.
Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Kerr. Randall kicks to Reed. A second chance effort. The rebound by Post. Warriors trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And Curry isn't just a lights-out scorer. He's also efficient at moving the ball and getting it to his teammates.
Edwards' shot is good.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Kerr. Shoots the 3. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Timberwolves lead by 1. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
And Golden State looking at who they've got. Stephen Curry's Edwards up high.
The Ant-Man is in the house. Mr. Anthony Edwards making it look easy.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Back to Butler. Pass to Curry. Butler against McDaniel. Here's Curry. Out to Peyton. Fires the 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And here we go. It's Butler. It's stolen by Edwards. Randall outside. To the middle. Wants to get it to Reed, and does. Makes it off the glass. Reed's got 5. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
McDaniels against Butler. They set the screen all alone, and he hits the jumper for 2. Butler's got the lead up to 1 now for the Warriors.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Edwards with the screen for McDaniel. Nailed from three-point land. McDaniel's got 5 points now in the quarter. Curry passes to Green. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Fires for three. Butler, no good. Timberwolves leading by 4. Miller with a screen on Butler. Launches it. And the three ball is good.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Minnesota. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. 1:36 left to play here in the half. Gobert with a wide open look. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Post. Green deciding where to go with it. Here's Post. Outside Butler. Some nice passing by Golden State. Curry, good.
Ideally, you want to chase Stephen Curry off the three-point line, but folks, it is not as easy as you might think.
Clark, the pass to Shannon. Clark, a screen on Butler. Pass to DiVincenzo. Shoots over Curry. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall.
Minnesota foul. Shannon.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor.
Substitution on court.
Podziemski on the wing. Defended by DiVincenzo. Kuminga, a screen on DiVincenzo. Podziemski's shot is good.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Kuminga against her. And it's Looney with the rebound. Golden State's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Here's Podziemski. Wow! Unbelievable!
Can't do it much better than that right before the clock expires.
What a way to...
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drum line. They're taking about the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Warriors leading by 3. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Reed. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Reed kicks to Randle. Fires from way outside. And it's Looney with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Edwards against Hield. McDaniels a screen on Hield. Back to Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Down low. Here's Looney. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. For 3, Edwards. Pass to Alexander Walker. It's up a 3. Randall passes to McDaniels. And here's Edwards from the arc. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Pass to Looney. Here's Podziemski. Back to Looney. Stolen by McDaniels. And now the Timberwolves on the break. For the lead. Hands it from downtown. McDaniels got 8 points. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Curry against DiVincenzo. It's stolen by Gobert. And now the Timberwolves on the break. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Guarded by Curry. Right wing. Here's Shannon. Minnesota gets it back. And a new shot clock of 14 seconds. Connects from three-point range. He's got 6.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
Curry way outside. And again, no good by Golden State. Timberwolves on offense. Big run right now going for 11-2. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. There's a minute 47 left in the third. Spins. Pass to Shannon. Back to DiVincenzo. Shoots over Curry.
Boy, that's gritty work being done at the defensive end by Steph Curry. Stays with his man, not letting him get off a clean look.
There's the drive. They kick it out to Green. Back to Curry. Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. Pocket 6. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going. And those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
I don't think you can help but admire what Draymond Green brings to the floor on a night-by-night basis. This guy plays with a giant chip, and he wants his teammates to come with him.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Miller with a wide open look. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. 35 seconds left to play here in the third. Curry dishes to Payton. Outside for Curry. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Curry's got 9 points.
Boy, how fast is Stephen Curry's release on the catch? Wow.
Out to the right wing. Pass to DiVincenzo. Butler with the steal. And Green slams it in.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
That concludes the... And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. They've got Gary Payton II. Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the center. here's Curry with the three. Curry, laser-guided shot from deep range.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Substitution on court.
Here is Edwards. Pass to Reed. Launches a three. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Curry deciding where to go with it. Here's Post. Outside for Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Over Edwards. A shot by Curry, no good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Edwards against Curry. Off to Alexander Walker. Reed with a screen on Peyton. Shot's good by Alexander Walker. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
It's Curry outside. Reed with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's McDaniels. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Curry on the wing. Edwards defending. Wow, magical moves inside from Steph Curry.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Now here's Reed. He's guarded closely. Here's Alexander Walker. And the 3 off target. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. Butler on the wing. 1:57 left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Green. Butler sets a screen for Green. It's stolen by Randall. McDaniels with the ball. Now Green defending. Edwards against Curry. The 3. Alexander Walker with the ball. Out to Edwards. 4 on the shot clock. Takes a 3. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th.
Well, Stephen Curry knows it's his responsibility to create for his teammates, and he does so there on point.
Peyton against Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. From deep 3-point land. It's rebounded by Golden State. Peyton passes to Curry to take the lead. Good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Outside Edwards. To the left wing. Reed with it. Butler covering. Randall surveying the D. Fades back. Gets the 3 to fall.
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Curry kicks to Butler. Can't cash in. So it's Minnesota taking the W in the first one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so
common. They are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Gary Payton II. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint. Outside, Green gets the 3 ball to go.
Well, we see Draymond Green take a lot of threes. He doesn't make a lot of threes, but we see him take them. That time, knocks down the J.
Now here's Fox. Here's Castle to the middle. Wembanyama down low. Green covering. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Outside, Green. Outside, Curry. Shakes him. Outside for Butler. And the Warriors with another 3.
Well, when Butler's this focused, defenders, beware.
Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Post. 3-pointer. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Champagny. Launches a 3. Yes! And it's Wembanyama picking up the assist.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
First team foul.
Outside Curry. Pass to Post. Over Fox. Good as the jump shot falls.
Yeah, it feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
Out left to the wing. The 3 is up. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. Going inside. Outside for Butler. No good with the triple. San Antonio leading. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, there's a lot of room for growth for the Spurs, even with their rising star, Victor Wembanyama, who said, I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time before we contend for a title. I'm ready for anything. I'm ready to sacrifice. I'm patient, but I'm not wasting time. Brian, plenty of motivation.
Chasing greatness is what they're doing, Allie. Now here's Payton. And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Warriors able to keep possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's Curry. And it's the Warriors with the ball. 4-point game. Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. That's good from Curry on the assist from Green.
I mean, just so easy for Curry to get that 3 off. Beautiful shot.
One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
Well, there's been a lot of talk analytically, BA, about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, so that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons.
We've got 1:08 left in the first. Here's Champagny. There's the drive, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Champagne's got 13.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
On the wing, Curry. To the wing on the left.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
First personal foul. First team foul.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Castle. He's covered by Curry. Here's Champagnie. And there are the Spurs with another bucket.
Good vision by Castle there to find the open man.
Curry passes to Payton. Curry against Fox.
San Antonio foul. Castle. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Shot is good by EuroCup.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the...
And so, the San Antonio Spurs finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. Back to the game after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for San Antonio.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle. Then it's Jeremy Sohan. And it's Champagnie at the 3 spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Beyond the arc. EuroCup, no good. Warriors trail by 5. And let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
Spurs lead by 5. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. Castle misses. It's an even 3-on-3 break. And here's Butler outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 5 assists in the game. Fox surveying the D. And it's Gary Payton the second with a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Devin Vassell, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Now into the lineup for your Spurs.
A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Champagnie. Drills it from deep. Champagnie's got 18 points in the game.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Brent, you think about Jimmy Butler. Great in the regular season, even better in the playoffs.
Yeah, extremely tough. I mean, he has grit and resilience, but tough-minded in the toughest moments, and that's where his teammates rely on him. Jimmy Butler shows up big come playoff time.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Inside, here's Butler. That shot is off. Nice D from Vassell. Fox with the ball. Payton covering. Champagnie. The Spurs rebound. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Golden State. Trailing by 4. Puts up a 3. Payton's shot is good. Payton's got his second basket.
Yeah, you can tell Curry knows the angles. Smartly setting up another guy.
Pass to Champagnie. Lets it go from deep. Warriors with the rebound. High arcing shot. And no good. It's stolen by Curry. Down low. Lays it in off the pretty lob. And the Warriors lead by 1.
And Butler giving you the full buffet of the things he can do.
To the inside. Here's Champagnie. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Fox has got his 5th assist in this one.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural 2023 Clutch Player of the Year, he said, quote, "You can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my team puts me in position to succeed, so the least I can do is have confidence in myself to take good shots." Brian?
Allie, thanks. You know, he's become a star. The sell against Curry. Oh, nice job in the paint from Curry.
Well, he can score from the perimeter, but Steph also knows how to execute inside.
Pass to Champagnie. Fires for 3. The rebound by Post. Golden State has gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall. The kick out, Curry. And Curry with the take. Butler with the ball. Clock at 6. Curry passes to Payton. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And the Spurs with some changes. Victor Wembanyama's checked in for Mamukelashvili. Johnson comes in for Champagnie. And it's Chris Paul in for De'Aaron Fox. Here's Paul. Outside for Wembanyama. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Wembanyama's got 5 now.
And you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Ooh, Kuminga. So deadly at the rim.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Now here's Podziemski. Tight defense on him. Inside. Oh, look at Looney at the rim. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat. They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. Well, now a minute. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum line. They're measuring up the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, can have the ball in their hands, and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
Kicking off the second half. Here's Steve Kerr's 5. We've got Brandon Podziemski. Kevon Looney is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Moody in at the small forward position. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, a great flush from Wemby.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
Paul with the bucket.
Defense is not able to keep up with the speed, really the awareness of Chris Paul that time.
Outside Podziemski. Looney, a screen on Paul. It's Podziemski on the wing. He's guarded by Paul. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it.
Spurs ball.
Here's Paul. Outside Wembanyama. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession.
Spurs ball.
And the Spurs with possession here. Vassell outside. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, going up there. Vassell showing off his hops.
Outside heel. Right side Podziemski. Oh, Paul with the block. And he's able to get it back. Another three for Golden State.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. The shot no good, and stolen by Paul. Pass to Wembanyama. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Golden State ball.
And here's Podziemski. Here's Heel. He's guarded by Paul. The three is up. And it's Heel missing. Spurs trail by 4. And the foul called on Brandon Podziemski. That's his first foul. And San Antonio making a change here. Mamukelashvili's checked in.
Now into the lineup for your Spurs.
Outside Paul. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Just a master class when Chris Paul has the ball. Great at orchestrating the offense and right there finding his teammate.
Pass to Looney. To the wing, right side. And here's Kuminga for 3. Just 5 to shoot. Healed against Vassell. And again, it's the Warriors missing. San Antonio has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Outside Moody. From the arc. Rebound by San Antonio.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
For the tie, the drive by Paul. That one drops 4. Paul's got 6.
CP3 using his quickness there. Doesn't have the size, but we know he's got the will.
Here's Podziemski. Outside Moody. Outside Podziemski. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Mamukelashvili. Mamukelashvili's got his 4th rebound in this one. Paul passes to Barnes. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
Barnes is so good at getting to that area on the floor and then making sure it counts.
Offensive board. Looney. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, BA, that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Castle's checked in for Vassell. And some changes here for the Warriors. And it's Butler with the jam.
A little show of power from Jimmy Butler up there on the rim.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Shot is good by Mamukelashvili.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Butler, a screen on Johnson. Post shot, no good. And Greg Popovich has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Now into the lineup for yours
from behind the arc. And At the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. San Antonio on. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Spurs lead by 3. We've got Harrison Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. And the basket by Castle.
And you have to admire the effort that Castle plays with. I mean, he's a willing rebounder.
Pass to post. Barnes against Green. Outside Payton. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Butler. Oh, Butler, what a dunk!
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Pass to Champagnie. Let's go with a 3. Outside Wembanyama. There's the 3. Rebounded by Green. Warriors trail by 3. Drive by Curry. Now here's Green. Here's Curry. Outside, Green. Green able to hit from 3.
Tough to contest that one. Draymond went right up into a one-piece shooting motion.
Deflects the pass. Oh, stolen by Payton. On the wing, Payton. Back to Curry. Pass to post. Right side, Curry. Outside, Payton. Clock at 6. Outside for Green. Here's post. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
From outside the arc. Warriors with the rebound. And here's Butler outside. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds in the game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
San Antonio ball.
Wembanyama, screen on Payton. Champagnie. Good on the bucket. Champagnie's got 26.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Right side, Butler to take the lead. And it's Butler knocking down the 3.
Man, no question. Jimmy Butler all the way.
Fox, the pass to Champagnie. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 6 assists in the game. Outside Curry. On the wing, Payton. Here's Butler. There's the steal. Fox for 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for San Antonio.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on their turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You've got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Yeah, this kid, Castle, loves having the ball in these spots. He wants to be the guy to hit the big one.
Ooh, JB, look out.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Sinks it from distance.
Well, the more Fox does that, the more he's going to be looked at like a leader.
Drive by Curry. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Champagnie. Back Back to Wembanyama. Kicks it out to Barnes. Off target with the three.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Payton. He connects! And now they trail by just 4.
Draymond Green patient enough to know when his teammates are running around, at some point one's going to break open, and he finds him.
Fox against Butler. Fox, the pass to Champagnie. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Some padding here on the free throw line, some good work.
Green, a screen, and here's Curry for 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. And Wembanyama has the ball here for San Antonio. To the left wing, pass to Champagnie. Can't hit that one. The ball's knocked loose. And here's Curry from deep. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta. And they go to the intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Second team foul.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
Time, but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beat. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for ass.
has a bit of an old school feel to it, doesn't it? These teams love to run things down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard position. And here's Edwards from the arc. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Alexander Walker passes to McDaniels. There's the triple. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Oh, yeah. Tassel can leap up to the rim. They're looking, putting some power behind that finish.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up. And it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Champagnie, Minnesota with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Over in the corner, Randle. No good from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Wembanyama.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Randle, a screen on Fox. Alexander Walker finds McDaniel. The three. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Spurs have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And that one's good. Champagnie.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a three like that, but now it's a great decision and it paid off.
Here's Alexander Walker. Another miss by Minnesota. San Antonio leading by 4. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Greg Popovich and I did speak a few minutes ago. I asked him how you take care of the Stifle Tower himself, Rudy Gobert. Coach said, I think you just try to pester him on defense and stay away from him on offense. If he's anywhere near our shooters, that means it's time to move the ball. So they'll have to play keep away when it comes to Gobert. Back to you.
Thanks, David.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
In transition, here comes San Antonio, and it's Fox with the jam.
And it was Wembanyama who got it rolling after definitely getting a hold of the ball there.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A 12-point game. No one near Randle as he lets it go. And just miss after miss right now. Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this stretch is that it allowed them to draft a generational talent in Wembanyama.
Now Wembanyama. Still yet to score. To Champagnie, 6 to shoot. Here's the 3. A shot by Wembanyama, no good. Timberwolves trail by 9. To the inside. Here's McDaniels, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. McDaniels got 5 points so far. Spurs have gone 7 of 11 for the field to begin the game. Here's Champagnie, back to Wembanyama. 3-pointer. Rebound by Alexander Walker. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Now here's Edwards. He's tightly guarded. Pass to McDaniels. Gets it off. No good on the last second attempt there. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
We've got Fox. Harrison Barnes is out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Castle. And it's Champagnie in at the small forward position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Here's Champagnie. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 15.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Edwards kicks to Gobert. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Champagnie. And again, it's the Spurs from deep. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Spurs.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
Yeah, another thing they've done well is pushing the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
Richard, during his rookie year, Victor Wembanyama had a game with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks, and 5 made threes, a 5-by-5 for the ages.
That was the first time someone put up those numbers in NBA history. Wemby is going to continue to do things we have never seen before.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Clark for 3. And it's Fox with the rebound.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. You asked Greg Popovich about Victor Wembanyama, and he says Victor's a different player. He's got talents, and you don't want to take that out of him. I tried to do that with Manu Ginobili, and I learned my lesson. Just shut up and let him play. Victor does some amazing things. His game is all-encompassing. Kevin?
That's a great way to put it, D.A. It is all-encompassing. Wembanyama is one of one. Hey, thank you for the report. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And a wide-open look for Wembanyama. Sinks the triple. And the Spurs lead by 20.
Sometimes you watch Wembanyama and think this guy is a cheat code, hitting threes at well over 7 feet tall, and allowing this to go no further. He stops a 15-0 run by San Antonio.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside, Fox. Here's Champagnie. He's got 22, 5 to shoot. Fox passes to Champagnie. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Shannon. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Fox passes to Champagnie. And the shot goes in. Champagnie's got 12 now in this quarter. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Champagnie's got 26 points. Timberwolves trail by 19. Picked by Reed. Shannon passes to Reed. And that one is good.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
They set the pick. Pass to Champagnie. for three. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Here's Shannon. Good on the triple. Shannon's got 5 points so far.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
Champagnie passes to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
The Spurs shooting just their second attempt at the line tonight. .30 seconds left in the first half of the game. Reed kicks to DiVincenzo. Back to Reed. Miller surveying the floor. His three-pointers off the mark. Stolen by Reed. To the middle with 4 seconds on the clock. And Miller throws it down hard.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
And so it's the San Antonio. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Timberwolves trail by 15. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 1 spot. San Antonio on defense. Edwards passes to Gobert. 4 on the clock, and finished off by Gobert.
And the slam, if Rudy gets that ball anywhere near the rim, he is going to finish it.
Paul passes to Mamukelashvili. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Mamukelashvili, he has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Edwards, bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
And he can take off from anywhere at any time. Edwards always a threat.
Count it, good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
McDaniel sets a screen for Randle. Gobert down low. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 16. Paul passes to Mamukelashvili. Rebound, Minnesota. Randle finds Alexander Walker. Back to Randle. Now here's McDaniels. Defended by Sohan. Randle passes to Gobert. Shot clock at 6. Off target from three-point range.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Timberwolves trail by 16. Here's Randle. And Randle throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randle to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
Here's Paul out to the wing. Branham, the pass to Mamukelashvili. It's stolen by Edwards. Alexander Walker on the wing. Outside Edwards. From downtown. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 14. Sohan, the pass to Mamukelashvili. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And it's Paul with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Here's Vassell. Goes to the reverse layup and cuts it in. Vassell's got his first points of the game.
The more Vassell scores inside, the more it frees up his mid-range game. That is essential to his success.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Right now, I've sent it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league recalibrated its emphasis on fouling during last season. Commissioner Adam Silver said there was a sense that offensive players had too much of an advantage. So an adjustment was made. The fans want great offense, but they want players to be allowed to play defense as well. I think that's what we're seeing. Kevin, it's a welcome change.
Welcome indeed, no doubt about it, D.A. Shannon from outside off the mark. Spurs leading by 11 and stolen by DiVincenzo. Jacks up a three, and he's good on the three ball. DiVincenzo's got 6 points.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Miller, no up. The Spurs have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Vassell, the pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Now, Sohan. Paul goes in. Clock at 4. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vassell.
Timberwolves ball.
Here's DiVincenzo. 6 points for him. Here's Reed. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs going into the break with a... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He said to them, keep building this lead, guys. Don't take your foot off the gas. Keep working hard. Run our stuff. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. They've got Castle. Harrison Barnes is out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Fox. And it's Champagnie in at the 3 slot. That's the San Antonio 5. Over to the wing. Pass to Champagnie. And Fox has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Offensive rebound. Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him.
Edwards passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Pass to Champagnie. Now here's Barnes. Here's Champagnie. Barnes passes to Champagnie. Fox against McDaniel. Shot by Champagnie, no good. Timberwolves trail by 9. This one for 3. Fires from deep. Drills it from outside. Champagnie's got 29. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for San Antonio.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And another thing they did well was just keep the effort up offensively. Lots of boards leading to extra opportunities, which they converted.
Here's Champagnie. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Knocked loose. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
How about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And another three for Minnesota.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Here's Champagnie to the paint. Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Alexander Walker passes to Randall. Oh, good with the triple.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Shot by Champagnie, no good. Timberwolves trail by 11. Here's Edwards. Oh, a little extra right there from Edwards.
Oh, my. What a huge flush by Edwards, showing off right now.
Edwards against Fox. Champagnie passes to Wembanyama. Clock at 6. Inside. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
And how much do we love to see a guy with the skill and the nerve to pull off that reverse?
You know, Greg, if it was any other player, it might be surprising. But he is just so good. We've got 1:08 left to play in the final quarter. Fox against Edwards. Wembanyama outside. They set the pick. And now the Timberwolves on the break. McDaniels, a screen on Fox. Edwards can't hit.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Gobert in the corner. No good on the three. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Champagnie, the offensive rebound. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. No good. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really